Finance met last week, and we discussed this with Town Manager Borg and with Chief Coleman. The $125,000 would get us a feasibility study for location and setup of a new fire station, but it goes further than that. They look at the whole department, how they have everything staffed, where they have everything stored, response times, how a new station, new location could affect response times, how to best man all of the apparatus, where to have the apparatus. It goes more than just into that building itself. We end up with concept drawings after this is done, along with a talk of various locations and what is actually wrong with our current headquarters and how much it would cost for us to not do a new station but to maintain the current headquarters. How much money would we have to put in it? This is, with all studies, the first step in a longer, more expensive process, but one that we think is definitely due. It is not the first feasibility study, but we're not going to put this one on a shelf after the fact.
What's the lifespan of the study? You guys cover that? Sort of how long is it good for?
Council President, I don't believe that question was specifically asked in the regulation, but the shelf plans, it can be, depending on the current condition of the building of where they're at, right? And depending on the location that it selects, as long as there are no major changes in infrastructure, should have a good 5 years of life. The prices that will come with it will not be valid after that.
Yeah.
But it will give us, let's say we are not going to be able to support it financially if that were to happen, right? We'd have a good checklist of what it would require for the current station to upkeep, right? But it also then would give us an outline of the changes that we do need to make and where that location, as the Council Vice President indicated, and response times across the board and manning of our current apparatus and equipment.
That's what I wanted to hear. There's a lot of investments on the near future, so it's good to hear that this will be viable for a number of years. It's good. Protects us.
Have we selected the vendor to do the study? And so is this $125,000 the final cost, or is it up to $125,000?
Councilor Donovan, this is a selection. We conducted an RFQ process to start this and select it, and then we came to an agreement on price as a result of this.
After this, how much will be left in the capital improvement stabilization fund?
$500,000 approximately.
$500,000.
And Council President, just to kind of edify where all that money is, originally we put in 1.6 into the capital improvement stabilization. We've allocated from previous authorization for $1 million to go to the schools for their feasibility study. This would be 125, leaving around 475, around $500,000, depending on interest rates, because this money is invested.
Thank you. And just to clarify, that's separate from the town stabilization fund. This is specific for capital improvements. Take a motion.
I make a motion to approve measure 2023-41, approval of transfer of $125,000 from the capital improvement stabilization for the North Attleboro Fire Station feasibility study. This is a 2/3 majority vote. Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is going to be a roll call vote. Ms. Logan.
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Shannon. Mr. Gregory. Mr. Simmons.
Aye.
I, Justin Parr, I am an aye.
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 Mr. Donovan. Aye. All right, very good. So everyone has voted aye, which is a yes. So the motion passes 7-0. Thank you, Mr. Borg. Thank you, John, the Finance Committee. Thank you, Chief.